We live. I said, we live. Apparently. If you're looking at a bluebird, you are beautiful. If you're not, you know what that means. You ever just wonder, here you is, minding your own business, full of joy, content, at least for the moment, because apparently you have to be gracious for the moment nowadays. You know what I'm talking about? You ever just been minding your business on the ground and something just drops into your lap and you're like, why is this here? Everything was fine. Who did it? Who said it? Why? And then you realize somebody that has some type of control of your environment is up to something. You ever just thought, here I am, minding my own business. I'm finally at peace with what's going on in my life, and then all of a sudden, you see a quail or a bluebird, and you wonder why. Somebody's saying the eye is on the sparrow. You're right. The eye is on the sparrow. That's a true statement. You ever wonder why the eye is on the sparrow? Everybody quotes it, but they never ask why. I like to ask why because it's puzzling. You ever just seen something interesting on the ground and just said, I'm going to respond to that because it's funny and I actually know the answer. You know what I'm talking about? That's interesting. They would say I troll right, but I troll it's right. It's not offensive. It doesn't make you want to hurt nobody. You might laugh, you might think a bit. Then voila, voila. All of a sudden, all the answers are there. Then you start saying, have I offended anyone? Because word around the angels is you did. You know what I'm talking about? It's funny how people ask for stuff and then they show up. Like, Shazam, Alakazam, wham bam, thank you ma'am. You know what I'm talking about? You ever just been sitting minding your business and someone that wanted your detriment just decides that you don't know it's them and they just show up in your life? You know what I'm talking about? Because I have. Ah, welcome. Welcome to all my members. Funny thing about when they see that name lit up like that, that carries some weight. You know what I'm talking about? Now you over there counting my coins. Huh? You better count yours. That's what I'm talking about. Because word around here is I ain't got no members. You know what I'm talking about? Everybody waiting for me to unleash the beast that I call my work. You know what I'm talking about? You ever just said my work is beastly? You feel me? I just came on because I feel you. You know what I'm saying? You just be wondering why people do what they do, and it's because it's Tuesday. That's it. It's Tuesday at 6:02. At 6:05, something is unalive. You know what I'm talking about? Apparently. You ever just seen someone appear on your timeline and you say, I thought they were unalive? Well, bet you by the golly, wow. That's interesting. That happened to me before. It's like, where you been? That's where you been? Who'd have thunk it? One minute you were there, and we seen you, and you had hieroglyphs on your fingers. Dickies. The next thing you know, you were gone. What happened? Word around LA is you've been hoop banging. You don't know nothing about that, do you? Because I don't. I am a peacekeeper. You know what a peacekeeper is? Apparently not. Because you keep you a peace. There's a difference. Somebody saying, I am my brother's keeper. Yes. Yes, you are. Is that why you were looking in his car when he was asleep? Because we seen you. Yep, we sure did. Somebody said that's not your car, but you didn't hear them. Because they weren't talking to you in your mind. I said, one day I'm gonna blow. You ever just see someone freestyling? So you think. Turns out that freestyle was written down and memorized 3 weeks ago. You know what I'm talking about? You just sitting there and the beginning is great. Then you realize they think rapping is about rhyming all the time. You know what I'm talking about? Where they do that at? So, have y'all seen my Angel Roll Call number 2? Because they have. You know what I'm about? Yeah. Because when I troll, it's different. You know what I'm talking about? You don't see my name. You don't see my face. You don't see no dollar sign lit up behind it. You know what I'm talking about? I'm just trolling because it's Tuesday at 6:05. Go figure. Word around the gram is all my stuff is locked down. So you don't know who I'm watching. Go figure. You didn't know that they had that feature, right? Because I did. You ever just search all your settings before you do something? Just in case? Because I do. Oh. Do not back in tonight. Do not. Understand? You ever just wonder how something's gonna get taken care of, and then the man upstairs sends you a blessing? You know, there's a difference between a blessing and a blessing. Blessing hit different. You know what I'm talking about? Like he do. Word around Minnesota is you be bobbing and weaving. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about? So I don't know nothing about that. Feel me? I don't have skits, I have lives. Every time I ask for some assistance, everybody act like I'm doing something wrong. But when you over there on the go, you just dropping it like it's hot. Like you do on Friday. Yeah, Friday. You know what I'm talking about? You ever just been sitting down and you smell something? And you be like, is that me? Because word around Chicago is that's you. You know what I'm talking about? I'll just give it a minute, y'all. So, we have 8 viewers currently. I know it's more, but currently we have 8 viewers and 6 likes. That's odd. You know what I'm talking about? Why y'all being stingy with the likes? Every live. But for some reason, you want to make it hard for me to live. You know what I'm talking about? Now somebody say, Tasha, why are you doing that? Because that's what they said. If your name Tasha, just say it ain't you. And we can move right along. Because apparently they know it's not you. You know what I'm talking about? I'm just over here trying to keep from crying. You know what I'm talking about? Because I think you do. We over here sharing the same emotion, just I know how to deal with mine a little bit better. You feel me? You got to ask the Almighty for help. You know what I'm talking about? You gotta say, Almighty, can you dry up the crocodile. Excuse me. Apparently. Mine's are waterfalls. Hers is crocodile. You been around any lagoons lately? Because word around Minnesota and Mississippi and Texas is scout. You live right next to one. You ever seen a creature from a black lagoon? Because I heard someone say that was you. Did anyone say oil change? Because I heard someone say oil change next Tuesday on Sassafras. Y'all got one in them streets? Y'all got a street named Sassafras? I'm pretty sure that was in a movie. They say Ma lives HIT different. Y'all gotta switch it up. Let me see. Oh, all right. We have 5 and 6 likes. Where you go? Did you leave? We're just moving through. Oh, we have some commenters. Oh, I tried to go to sleep. And then I had to get up. Apparently. Because I'm here. You know what I'm talking about? Somebody said, take Ether's phone. You want him to take that too? Then it took everything else. You see how they do me? Oh. Candy. The Oracle. Now you gotta pay me for that. You want me to do your intro? Time for me to add to my resume. Either doing hot intros for 25 of those dollars. You can see Amy. I'm just playing. You ain't finna get no intro from me for $25. You done lost it. Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. You like Cocoa Puffs, huh? The chocolate ones? Because I don't. Y'all seen Mr. Gibson? Mr. Gibson, he been working, huh? He been working. Funny how that happened. One minute you're down, and the next minute you're just moving around, and you don't have time. You just don't have time because you're out living. You know what I'm talking about? You ever just see three of your favorite people, entertainers, artists, singers, all together, and wonder what kind of party they having tonight? Because I did. It's probably just them three, because that's how it's a SAFE. You know what I'm talking about? You just don't know nowadays. No. Since Bus is around here, that was me. That was me saying, I will work for the living room. You know what I'm talking about? Now, Mrs. Bus, we ain't going there. Because I'm talking about working. Like, I will work for the living room. Y'all can keep everything else. Imagine that. Ether works for Busta Rhymes. That's got a catchy ring to it. You know what I'm talking about? They don't do it right. I be trying to tell them, but the man upstairs be cutting me off. I be saying, y'all not to work your set. You trying to be somebody's baby mama, and I'm trying to be their employee. You know what I'm talking about? When I come around, I'm going to wear 3 pairs of sweatpants and a bonnet. Because I don't want nobody to get the wrong idea about me. You know what I'm talking about? 6 of them, of the darndest. And you gonna say, Ether, why are you wearing all those clothes? And it's HE double hockey sticks outside. Because apparently, HE double hockey sticks. Know what I'm talking about? I do. I'm sitting here with a hoodie on right now, and I could have swore it was about maybe 90. You know what I'm talking about? I guess when you got money, you sweat different. The sweat don't have a chance. And you ain't funkified. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all remember when y'all was cheering and y'all would see a house and say, that's my house. When I seen Busta living room, I said, that's my living room right there. We'll work for a living room. What you talking about? I seen him leave out of one entrance and come in another. It was my eyes playing tricks on me like hers. You know what I'm talking about? It read, I wish a ninja would all over it. You know what I'm talking about? When I said, he getting A-Rab money, I meant that. And now y'all see, he's not the one to play with, apparently, right? That's interesting. You ever just sit back and say, I want to work for Busta Rhymes? Now that I've put it in the air where it's fair, watch this. Ethan needs a job, man. Can y'all share this with Busta? Like, put me on. Do something for somebody else. One time. Damn. The word around there is the one time is after you. What y'all doing? That's right. She right, Candy. Candy. See, that's my song too, Candy. You tried it. You ain't coming up in here talking about you Candy the Oracle. Because I'm just like Candy. I'm for sure about it. So now swing. Swing. She tried it, y'all. Both of them is my theme songs. One is the intro and one is the outro. You know what I'm talking about? I look better going than I do coming. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Did y'all put me on yet? Oh, somebody did. Now, don't get your feelings all ruffled up. Y'all believe? I'm believing that he's like, y'all know, a step above a mogul. Because he's not giving mogul vibes. No disrespect to the ones that are, because I'm not. We're just gonna put that in there where it's fair. So, I work for moguls too. Just don't try nothing. You know what I'm talking about? I'm walking there with, no, I ain't gonna do that, because that's how she came in. She had dirt all in her face and a button. You said, what happened? What? Why you come over here like that? You just destroyed my fantasy. Why your lace front lifting? You ever just seen somebody that realize they use and it's so hot. You ever see someone sweating under their wig? You just see little beads of sweat coming from up under the wig. Because word around the lace fronts is they think them is pores in your scalp. But I beg to differ. Know what I'm talking about? That's interesting. You ever just see somebody and you say to yourself, he looked like the other guy, I was wrong. That's not him in those guys. It's a case of mistaken identity. You ever just realize people going through it and you don't even know because they funny? And every time you see them, they're cracking jokes, they're making you laugh, and it turns out, behind the scenes, they're going through some things. I know about that, definitely. You know what I'm talking about? And you just be like, no matter what, I gotta make ends meet. They gonna know if they see it on the news. You know what I'm talking about? Because that's how we roll. If you happen to see it, that meant you were supposed to, because I be seeing some interesting stuff. Big homie, blocks, you know what I'm about? I like messing with him because he's funny. Now, if we could all just put some money in together, we could come up with something. Maybe we can present it to Buster and he'll put us all on. Don't y'all try to move ahead of me because then you know it's not gonna work. Yeah, either ain't and it ain't gonna work. You know what I'm about? I am a one-man band. You feel me? Ever seen somebody play a banjo and the drums and you look down and they're playing a violin with their toes? That's me. All the way. You ever just appreciate the moment? You just appreciate. That's this moment right here. Yeah. Because we don't know what the next moment gonna be like, because it's 6:24. Turns out at 6:57, something's gonna change drastically. But I ain't the one to gossip. You ever just been sitting minding your business and somebody say, because he didn't text me back? And you like, who? And they say, your baby daddy. And you like, what? Me? Because you don't know if you're the baby daddy. I haven't. But I did. It's pointless. Because y'all not hitting me up. So I'm just gonna have to divulge all the information on live. I mean live. Word around these YouTube streets is you getting it how you live, apparently. Is you in the slums? Because that's the connotation behind that. You slumming. You're dirty, grimy. You ain't it. That's how we see it. Y'all seen Too Short? Giving y'all the real spill on Bay Ebonics. You know what I mean? For she's. Y'all ever hear anyone eat and you was like, is that a quail? Skirt. You used to that one. I know you is. Yes, ski skirting. Ski skirt. Yada. On your mama. Well, to answer Too Short's question, I've heard plenty ninjas say on their mama, and they was telling a tall tale. You know what I'm about? We're not about that life. You ever just realize you exposed somebody you didn't know it? My goodness. Seems like they say on my mama all the time, and they don't even like their mama. Could you imagine somebody saying on my mama and they don't even like their mama? That's gotta hurt. Then you be wondering what else they be saying. Because if they saying on my mama and they don't like my mama, I mean your mama, I mean their mama, then that means it's one of them it ups. It started with an S. You ever just realize that your internet speed isn't fast enough? Because I have. Oh, look at that. Oh, all right. He was about to tell all his business. You know what I'm talking about? He don't even know. That's how it be. You sitting in your car and you got that Bluetooth connected, and all of a sudden, everybody on YT know what you're doing. You know what I'm talking about? You ain't getting no warning. Did nobody say, I'm live? Ain't nobody said nothing. You just, they smiling. They like, I know this going viral. You know what I'm talking about? Then you realize you done broke them alls. You gotta hurry up and private it. You know what I'm talking about? Well, seems like you're ready to go all the way, gal. Yeah, it seems like you're ready. Gal, are you ready? Because he is. He definitely is ready to go all the way. You know what I'm talking about? Then he gonna drop you off and go back to his wife. It's gonna take every bit of an hour and 45 minutes. Because that's all he got before she come home from work. So you know that. Remember that time you was waiting down the street? And you heard somebody say, And you hurried up and looked over your left shoulder. Because you always do things on the left. Apparently. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Now, since I have all the players here, I'm gonna say, yeah, I mean, so she's, you ever just listen to E40 and decide that you just want his whole vocabulary? Yeah. Oh, hear that? Oh, apparently. That's what she said. Why y'all comparing them? That's wrong. They do kind of look alike, though. I ain't gonna lie, because when I shared it, I was like, wait a minute. Is that him or him? Then I seen him on the gram. I was like, oh, that's not him. You ever wonder why he don't address that? Is that your cousin and them? It look like ah, we have action in the chat. Question? You ever just get a notification? Yeah. And I'm a bird whisperer. I'm gonna add that to my resume. Buster, when you reach out, I talk to birds. I didn't say I do them, but I definitely talk to them. Because the word around your campus, they doing a lot of birds over there. You know what I'm talking about? I'm just playing. You ever hear Bus a bus. Speak patois. And you just be wondering, like, where'd that come from? Is he Rasta? Oh, now y'all remembering them locks, huh? Yes, it feel. Well, I'll be darned. Bus a bus, what is you? You can't say bus without saying bus a bus. You gotta say it like that, bus a bus, because otherwise somebody gonna think you a buster. You know what I'm talking about? It be dual meanings. I'm trying to tell people. When I say bust a bus, I'm talking about the man. When you say buster, you talking about yourself. Apparently. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. What? I told y'all I was bilingual. I'm gonna be speaking your hood soon. Just give me a minute. You ever just see somebody that want to interview Ether, but they don't think their platform big enough? You know what I'm talking about? I'm waiting for my subscribers to go down. Cause word around the angels is when my subscriber goes down, I'm released. You know what I'm talking about? Things be different. Timeline look different. Jokes different. So now y'all know. I'm over there on Mr. Gibson's gram. Yeah. You ever just say little and you think somebody gonna respond? But you don't know which one because you follow all of them. You know what I'm talking about? They think they just got a one-way ticket. They was like, oh, all these entertainers ascended. I can just talk to them in my mind. Yeah, turns out they don't like that. I tried to told you. I tried to, but you didn't listen. Word around your hood is you be talking too much to listen. You know what I'm talking about? All right, so let's see. Oh, oh, oh. I didn't get a chance to. Oh. Did somebody say gatekeeper? Because I know who that is. The original one. See how beneficial it is to have me around? You know what I'm talking about? I come on here because my people need me. Don't leave without hitting that like button unless you're incognito. Y'all know anything about Magneto? Or Xavier, perhaps? Does somebody feel like they're a superhero? It's not me. You ever seen Mystique in X-Men? You ever just wonder where her role was? Because I don't. Nope. Sure don't. To the left, Everything you own in the box to the left. Can't put me out. I already been put out. I'm trying to stay in. You know what I'm talking about? Somebody got a half a tear coming out of their left eye. You know why? Y'all want to know why? Put why in the chat. Turns out them residuals ain't residual. You ever just feel like the World Wide Web is just way too big? And the start with a H. Man, it's just making way too much money. It's like peanut butter and jelly. Apparently, when you become a content creator on this platform, you're supposed to reach out to the start with H at the beginning. So it can look like you about something while saying absolutely nothing. You know what I'm talking about? Talking loud, saying nothing is right. Y'all don't know nothing about that, but they do. Yes, indeed. Macaroni and cheese. Or them spiral oodles and noodles. You ever just taste some pasta that's overcooked and you just wonder why? Like, is this your first time cooking this? You ever just think you got a prize and turns out they're trash? And you just start thinking to yourself, I should have stayed with my wife. Yep. He knows a lot about that. All of them, they know. You should do a story time about that, or maybe a live. These are my confessions. My confession. I get it, and I'm not gonna chop it and screw it like you were doing. You know what I'm talking about? I'm just gonna put a little ether on it, a little seasoning. You know what I'm talking about? Make it fire. Fire. A little ether seasoning. That's, would y'all buy that? Look, Master P. Look, listen. Master P, if you happen to see this, don't use my name on no seasoning, bro. I went on the gram and I said, look at this. Just look at here. You ever seen Master P with a Hawaiian shirt on and just wonder? And just wonder how much money he making. If you put them Hawaiian shirts on, that means you made it. You know what I'm talking about? You just don't care. Apparently too short too. I said, who is this? That's not Show Dogs in the House. Totally different. I guess money do that to you. You get a little proper. Start wearing suits. You know what I'm talking about? Because they do. Ether leaves the hood. No, I'm talking about. I'm just sitting here imagining me working for Busta Rhymes. You know, you gotta see it before you can achieve it. You gotta believe it before you can dream it. I think about it every night and day. I can fly. All right. So, since you came in, we're all gonna win. Bars. Hit that like button, cause you won't win if you don't like the video. Cause you was the last person here. I'm talking about you. Now, if you don't like it, you know why you ain't winning. You wasn't gonna get no reading anyway. That's not for you, soulmate. It's like you trying to take everything. You know what I'm talking about? They want everything. They even want these sandals I got on my feet. You know them flip-flops. I got some flip-flops on my feet right now. They want them. So, they wouldn't say it to my face. No, they wouldn't do that. Because apparently, word around the angels is either is one of them. You know what I'm talking about? So, oh, okay. See, I like you. You see what I'm saying? It's just like when you see that content that says, like the video and you'll get $100,000 in your bank account. Now, that's not me that's saying it. The video said it. In that post, too. It said, God is going to bless you if you like this post. And y'all had no problem with doing that. Just living life. So, is there any questions? Will I be trolling anyone soon? I don't know. Because apparently, when I'm in good spirits, they don't like that. They want to hear what I'm going to talk about so they can say in their mind, apparently, that is it. That is it. They say, made me sound like either Saragisias is Saragisias, not Saragisias. You know what I'm saying? You are corny, cornball. The dweeb is sitting next to you. You know what I'm talking about? Huh? So, my favorite money reference from E40 is blue cheese, Gouda. You know what I'm talking about? That's mine. I don't know about y'all. Squirrel scratch paper, that's, you know, that's one of them, but I like blue cheese and Gouda. That's some gourmet-ish. You ever just had a gourmet chef and you don't trust him? Y'all was barbecuing in the back by the pool. Somebody said, don't jump in there because I see a swimming spider. And he said, that spiders don't swim. And then you look and say, what? That's something that came from the other side. You know what I'm talking about? You ever just see some content and they got a big old spacious pool that's not covered, and you just wonder why it's not covered? Or do them dogs be jumping in there? You be seeing fleas floating around or something, you know what I'm talking about? Because we have a bad habit of buying things and don't realize that it's maintenance. It's maintenance associated with that. You can buy it, but can you maintain it like that dude? Because his residual is costly. You know what I'm talking about? You ever just had somebody that was a car payment and a mortgage? Because she had. I am POOR. I cannot buy anyone's attention. You know what I'm talking about? Any day now. You know what I'm manifesting? A career. That's what I'm manifesting. Something with longevity, you know what I'm talking about? You ever just look at your resume and say, I'm not about that life? Because I have. You ever just realize there's a whole world out there and all kind of occupations, and you only know of a few? And you just wonder, why couldn't I have been in the outback training koala bears? You know what I'm talking about? Why the man upstairs didn't bless me with a life like that? You know what I'm talking about? I can train a koala bear. You ever just say, I want a franchise? And then you decide that that one is going out of business? And you say, man, that might not be the one. You seen any good burger joints? Because I have. You know how somebody come around you and they talk about all the wrong things, and you just like, if I could get 20 minutes with E40, I would not ask him about his bedroom business. You know what I'm talking about? This is like they be asking all the wrong stuff, doing all the wrong stuff. They don't know how to work they set. I'm here to inform them of this. I just be looking. And I'll be saying, and all of a sudden they get bright ideas. They say, she did it like this, she did it like that, she did it with a wiffle ball bat. So, and that he is. You seen him running, right? Because word around Chicago is he was at your house, guy. But I ain't the one to gossip, but your neighbor is. Y'all just now figure out them skits. Here y'all is trying to tear her down, and she trying to school you on what to do on the street. Start with a diss. You ever just realize there's 6 million ways to make money? That's a popular cut right there. You know where that came from? You ever just been scrolling your timeline and just see a bunch of real men and you say that's nice? If there is no spring chicken, I am a summer beauty. You know what I'm talking about? better with time. You know what I'm talking about? Once you figure out, all you have to do is have me around. That's it. Once you figure that out, it's like the job is halfway done, like 75%. Things just start coming in out of nowhere. You be like, wait a minute. Then I have to hit you with this, I need my cut. Just like that there. Because we both know what's going down here, including the man upstairs. So we just say we're soulmates. He might give us a shot and we can work this set together. You know what I'm talking about? You ever just see someone and say, they would make a great fairy tale spouse? You ever just see? In my mind. Because word around your YouTube channel is y'all not together no more, but you acting like you is. You know what I'm talking about? Them couple funds hit different, huh? You wouldn't just endure anything when you see that. You just say, well, it wasn't that bad. I'm still alive. God is good, God is great. Alright, so you ever just see somebody and wonder if you know them? You be like, I think I know him. He look familiar. But that could be your cousin. You know what I'm saying? Y'all been around any twins lately? Because word around my channel probably a month ago is somebody was confessing they had a twin. Wow, actually not having one. You ever just run into somebody and they say, that's my twin brother? That is code for I think you might be, but I'm not sure, so I'm gonna play it off. Because right now, I don't have my thigh out on me. And last time I checked, you can't pop a ghost. So, I'm just gonna be cool right now. So I figure out how to deal with this. You ever just be sitting there token and realize that you can't brawl with a ghost? It's amazing. Oh, greetings. Oh, Shamika. How you doing? I like your name, Shamika. It's really calm and peaceful. I bet you cook good. You got the energy of somebody that cooks really good. You married too, huh? You don't know what he got. Shamika, can you get me a job? You give me real estate. Can you hook me up with one of them units? Because they can't. You ever just realize that somebody do make all the wrong mistakes? You ever just been sitting, chilling, and you get some woman's resume and you like, what's wrong with him? And you a woman? Yeah, we ain't on none of that. We not lipsticks over here. I'm just saying. You ever just realize somebody is stupid? You just be sitting there saying, why did you go for him? I don't know. You must have been lonely that day. You ever just see a woman and then they dude don't match their lifestyle? You ever just see a woman and then you see they dude and you be like, what? What is going on here? That's not you, Shamika. So for anyone that sees this in the future, don't go over there to the list because I could do that myself. All right? Don't do that. Now, like I told Bustle Bus, I will work for a living room. You know what I'm talking about? Now, don't be over there trying to figure out how to put your green screen back up and make it look like you're in a mansion, because I know about that trick. I am not a bed hopper. That is your profession. That's all you, boo. Boo-boo. You know what I'm talking about? I was just realizing that you live more than once in one body when you're an angel, so you might as well just say what you need to say. With a filter, or maybe not. If you're on the gram, you might not need one. You know what I'm talking about? Some people only like to go on the gram because of the filters that they have there installed in the app automatically. You know what I'm talking about? You ever just see somebody that realizes they uploaded a video and their filter wasn't working, and then they just kept it up anyway and act like nobody knew? I like those type of people because they gonna get their coin. You know what I'm talking about? You ever just realize that all the satire and false narratives got you paid, and you just like, well, here's some more. Did you see this? They must be asleep right now, because I have. Now, for those of you that are going to email me and say either don't take nobody up on no living situation, I'm not. That's just Bustle. If it's Bustle, it's different. You know what I'm talking about? If 40 or somebody, it's different. I am not trying to be a CC today. Kiss me in my next lifetime. Hopefully that won't be tonight, because the man upstairs is playing with me. You ever just realize that he like to smack you with stuff? You ever just be sitting there and saying, that's not enough yet? Because I have. He just like to smack you with a whole bunch of stuff.